Everyone knows New York's a little pricey, but it's not just the retail and the real estate. Over the last decade, the Empire State has cost itself 1.5 million residents.
No other state, not even California, lost as many people to other states as New York did.
A report from McMahon's Empire Center, a state fiscal watchdog, labels the exodus a loss of an invaluable resource: people. Their top three destinations: Florida and New York's neighbors, New Jersey and Pennsylvania, taking with them more than $30 billion in projected tax revenue.
There's not a dinner table in New York, especially upstate New York, where families haven't had the conversation about whether they actually wanted to stay here or could afford to stay here.
I was raised here. I was raised in the home that I have for sale. It's my mother's. And I have a sister here, and all my boys are here, and I'd like to stay here. But they've all said, if you have to go, go.
We put together a panel of New Yorkers who, like Faye Marion, have all considered leaving.
I have a sister, the older sister, moved out of the state years ago. Looks at me like you've got to be crazy to stay here. I've got a younger sister who lives in Ohio. She has a third of the taxes.
If property taxes continue to increase, it's obvious that we will join the people that are leaving.
A report from the Nonpartisan Tax Foundation in Washington, D.C. shows the property tax burden for New York residents against the value of their home consistently outranks the rest of the country.
We bought a responsible piece of property, paid our mortgage off in 15 years, and now we pay well over $1,000 a month in property taxes. Who'd ever think that? You know, that's a lot more than our mortgage was.
How can I expect them to pay their taxes if they can't afford to put food in the house? That's crazy. They're going to go somewhere where they can. They have to sell the house just to live.
While New Yorkers discuss their problems, they hope somebody here in Albany is looking for solutions.
The predominant philosophy is in the state of New York is we've got to provide more rather than worry too much about those who are providing it, which is a wonderful thing to do until you find out that those who are paying the bills aren't going to pay the bills anymore and are going to leave.
When it comes to what they can do about the problem,
I don't know that there's one single silver bullet solution to an economic crisis that we haven't seen the likes of in this state for decades.
You've got to cut spending, and just like a family would cut spending. And in all fairness, there's got to be a consolidation of government.
Until people in our area decide that they are going to force consolidation of services, they're not going to see a reduction in their local property taxes.
For some New Yorkers hoping to solve the state's problem, there seems to be only one answer.
The incumbents have to go. It's that simple.
There's not two parties in Albany. There's one party in Albany. There's the status quo party. The current situation is not sustainable financially or economically. Something's got to give. And in the long term, there's going to be change.
Even if there's a light at the end of the tunnel, a lot of New Yorkers don't plan to wait. And so the exodus seems likely to continue.